So welcome back, everyone. We're live on Facebook, so hi to everybody out there. My next guest is a newbie, but I have with me Dr. Trevor Ferguson, and he is the owner and founder of the Stem Cell Pro. Welcome to the show. Before you came on, we were talking, and you have a little bit of a story about how you got into this, doing 11 years now. Welcome to the show, and I'd like for everybody to hear that.
Yeah, thanks for having me on, Carol. I really appreciate it. I'm a chiropractic physician, owned medical clinics for about 20 years, and my dad was my very first stem cell patient, so I'll real quickly tell the story. He was a perfect chiropractic patient. If everyone knows, I mean, he came 3 times a week when he wasn't feeling good, and as soon as he felt better, he would disappear on me, like most people do, and then within 2-3 months, he would kind of have the same issues flare back up. And it gets real frustrating as a patient. That's frustrating. Everyone out there that kind of knows that, but a little behind the scenes is it's also frustrating for the doctors. And so one day my dad, he called me up after years and years of going ups and downs, good months, bad months. He called me, he said, I want to let you know that I just left the orthopedic surgeon's office. I decided to get both of my knees replaced. And what surprised him, I said, Dad, I support that. Like, I'm not against surgery. I think there is a time and a place. But I asked him when he was going to do it, and he said, well, I'm going to do it in 6 months. He's a hunter. He liked the elk hunt, so he had this big elk hunt coming up. He wanted to wait till after. So I hung up with him. I started thinking, well, what else is there out there that we haven't tried? And I found out that in Arizona, even 11, 12 years ago, you could do stem cells. So I called him up a few days later. I said, Dad, do you want to be a guinea pig? I'd love to try stem cells on your knees. And long story short, it changed his life. He avoided surgery. And at the end of the day, it changed my practice. And for the last 10, 11 years, that's all I've been interested in doing is stem cell therapy.
And is that how that made you the Stem Cell Pro?
Yeah, so one of the things people ask me all the time is, Dr. Ferguson, do you do treatments? I say, no, I've never done a single treatment. I've owned the clinics. I like to educate. I like to explain kind of the options. But we've hired medical doctors. In the past, I've had board-certified general surgeons work for me. A lot of nurse practitioners. My favorite providers are nurse practitioners. They understand health in a different way than some of the medical doctors do. But yeah, it's just exactly. The stem cell evolved into, that's all we do now is just stem cells only.
So you are located in Gilbert at Val Vista, just north of the Santan 202. You do complimentary consultations. And what we're going to do is we're going to open up the lines to the audience, and we're going to offer them, this is a 45-minute pre-recorded seminar that you did on stem cell therapy.
Yeah, I'll give just a quick insight on that. So I've got 2 clinics. I've had multiple clinics in Arizona. I've sold quite a few of them, and I've got one clinic in Gilbert, just off of Val Vista, and I've got another clinic all the way out in Florida. And I go out to Florida a couple times a month to that clinic. Well, while I was in Florida just a few months ago, we recorded about a 45-minute presentation, and it answers all the questions. Obviously, today we can't even scratch the surface on what's all the things that everyone wants to know, but that presentation does a great job of giving people a big overview.
So we're going to open up the lines to the audience. Maybe it's you or someone that you know would like something like this, and we're just going to I'm just going to let everybody have it for right now. Is that okay?
Yeah, anyone that wants to call and reach out, we'll make sure they get it.
So our number here is 602-277-5369, and toll free it's 1-866-536-1100. You might have, let's say, if you've been thinking about having your knees replaced, right? Stem cells is not just for knees, though, correct?
No, knees is probably the #1 most common condition that we treat. Phenomenal results, but we treat all the joints. So knees, hips, shoulders, neck, low back. Another common procedure we do a lot is neuropathy, a lot of digestive disorders or autoimmune diseases. I mean, stem cells, if you name something, we've probably treated it over the last 10, 11 years.
So I'm going to let everyone call throughout the rest of the show. This is a 45-minute pre-recorded seminar that he did when he was out in Florida recently on stem cell therapy. It answers a lot of questions about it, and a lot of people do have questions with that. And I'm just going to let you call throughout the rest of the show. Our number here is 602-277-5369. You can also call them. You do free consultations.
Oh, yeah.
And his website is thestemcellpro.com, and their phone number, you can call or text there, is 480-331-1745, or call in here and get yourself this 45-minute pre-recorded seminar that talks all about it. 602-277-5369. So, okay, where do stem cells come from?
Great question. So there's really three main sources. First one is the one that everyone feels is controversial. That's the abortion issue. Now I'll be the first one to tell everyone I would not be involved if that's where they came from. The reality is that is illegal in the US. You got to go outside the country. In the United States, you got two options. You can do your own stem cells from your bone marrow or your fat cells. Now all the women love the idea of their fat cells because they think it's going to be liposuction and a stem cell treatment on the same visit. But I don't do those treatments for one main reason. Your stem cells are as old as you are. And most of my patients are in their 50s, 60s, even 70s, and they're just not as potent or as vibrant as the gold standard. So the only treatment I choose to use in my clinics are the umbilical cord stem cells. They come from C-section births. The umbilical cord, after mom and baby are healthy, they go home to live their lives like normal. We'll take that umbilical cord and ship it to a lab where all the stem cells are harvested straight from the umbilical cord.
Now, all of that information is going to be in the seminar. Okay, so, and if you're listening to this and you have any questions, I wish I could open up the lines to the audience, but we can't do that right now. But we have this pre-recorded seminar that he just did recently in Florida that we're offering for everybody to call in and get. If you're interested in this, maybe it's you or maybe it's someone that you know. If you're in pain, and we got a lot of the older folks with that listen to this station, you know, especially my show. And, you know, I have to just say this, that there's a lot of people that have been dealing with pain for a very long time. With stem cells, does it matter how long they've been dealing with the pain?
No, not at all. In fact, we've got patients that have been dealing with pain for 25, 30 years. I got patients that, you know, have just been recently come. I can tell you we see a wide variety of patients. We got professional athletes that come in and do stem cells. We got patients, my oldest patient was 98 years old. Youngest patient was 6, so everything in between. And I always tell people, you know, there's something pretty special about having professional athletes come, but you know my favorite patients are the ones that walk into the door, sit down across my desk, they say, Dr. Ferguson, if you could just help me go from the bedroom to the bathroom without help. And to me, that's much more important than a baseball player trying to, you know, extend his career 1 or 2 years. And so anything in between there, we've seen it.
And a lot of people can relate to that feeling of what that's like. He has an office here in Gilbert and one in Florida. But in Gilbert, it's at Val Vista, just north of the Santan 202. He does complimentary consultations. He's been doing this for 11 years. You can call or text him at 480-331-1745. You can also check him out on his website, which is thestemcellpro.com. Call in here. We're going to let everyone call throughout the rest of the show to get this 45-minute pre-recorded seminar that he did in Florida. You're going to hear all about them, what makes them work, and the therapy is the stem cell therapy. And our number here is 602-277-5369, and toll free it's 1-866-536-1100. You had mentioned some of the conditions that you treat, and I would like to know, you know, when you do stem cells, kind of, if we can do it fast, I don't know whether you can, how they work.
You know what? We can't do it fast. That's why we have the seminar.
Okay.
And if you're interested out there, I would love you to take advantage of that. But in a nutshell, this is really, if you remember one thing, remember this. When we're young, we have lots of stem cells. We all have experienced getting hurt as a kid, and by the time we ate dinner, we forgot. We forgot we got hurt. We bounce back so quick. And the older we get, the less or the longer it takes to bounce back. So stem cells have the ability to help repair and heal any damaged tissue. And so if we can just give you more, your body knows what to do with them. Your body knows how to heal. So we're not masking the pain. We're not hiding symptoms with these treatments. All we're doing is we're taking these stem cells, giving them to your body, and allowing your body to heal like you did when you were a teenager.
And check it out. Their website is on thestemcellpro.com. as quickly as you can, what sets your clinic apart from others?
There's really three main things. The first one is me. I love to do consults when we call other clinics, and I'm not going to say one bad thing about anyone else. There's some amazing clinics out there, but a lot of them you deal with the sales guy. With me, I do all the consults at our clinic. I love to talk to people. We offer twice as many stem cells as most people, and we're half the cost of most clinics.
Again, you can check him out on his website. It's thestemcellpro.com. 11 years that he's been doing stem cells only, right?
Yeah.
He's been in practice had clinics for over 20 years, and right now you are on fire with them. You just really love, because they work. You've seen it many times in your practice. Again, he's located in Gilbert at Val Vista, just north of the Santan 202. He also has one in Florida. He does complimentary consultations. You can call or text him at 480-331-1745, or call here and get entered into win this seminar. It's at 602-277-5369.